We now switch our focus to Africa. The Horn of Africa is fast turning into a new hotbed of great power and rivalry, courtesy its strategically significant location. The region at Africa's eastern tip borders the Red Sea. The water body connects Asia to Europe through the Suez Canal. 10% of global trade passes through this region. For Europe, the stakes are higher. Nearly 40% of its trade crosses the Red Sea. The United States, China, France, Italy, Turkey and Japan already have a foreign naval presence here. But there is a new player on the block now. Yes, Russia. Russia will soon have its first base at the strategic waterway. A Russian base is expected to come up in Sudan. Sudan's military junta has completed a review of a pact signed with Moscow in 2019. The Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov was in Sudan last week, and this is what Lavrov said about the naval pact.
Regarding the agreement on the establishment of a logistical support point for the Russian Federation Navy, it has been signed and is in the process of ratification, as you know.
So what exactly does the new pact entail? Russia will set up a naval base in Sudan. It could base up to 300 Russian troops at this base and get hosting rights for its nuclear warships. In return, Moscow will supply the insurgency-torn nation with weapons. Moscow has pledged support to Sudan at the UN because Sudan faces an international weapons embargo. Its international funds have also been confiscated after the 2021 coup. Russia and Sudan signed the pact in 2019, but it had been in limbo for more than 2 years. It first suffered a setback in October 2021, and this was when Sudan's civilian government was toppled in a coup. Sudan was cut off from billions of dollars of international funding. This worsened the humanitarian situation, and then Russia invaded Ukraine last February. The repercussions were felt in Africa. The US has warned Sudan of further isolation if it agrees to host a Russian base. In fact, here's what the American ambassador to Sudan, John Godfrey, said last September. I quote, "All countries have a sovereign right to decide which other countries to partner with, but these choices have consequences, of course." Clearly, the Sudanese coup leaders are under pressure. They're under pressure to derail the pact. Lavrov wasn't the only one visiting Sudan last week. There were also envoys from the United States, the United Kingdom, France, and several other foreign governments. And what was their message to Sudan's coup leaders? They want a democratic civilian government to be reinstated ASAP. Sudan would stand further isolated if this demand is not met, and Sudan is in desperate need of international aid. According to humanitarian agencies, 15.8 million Sudanese are in need of urgent humanitarian assistance. Now that's 1 million more people than last year. And the reasons for the worsening situation are political instability, increasing inter-ethnic violence, a breakdown in government services after the coup. It is difficult for Sudan to get by without foreign assistance. And even for Russia, there is a clear recognition that the pact must be approved by Sudan's civilian regime. One such government is formed through elections, of course. So for Russia, it may not be a done and dusted deal, but for now, it is a big win to advance its own geopolitical ambitions. WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.